Are you getting ready to launch your online store? Well, if so, I have 5 tips that are must-dos when getting started. Hey everybody, it's Wes Tate. Over the years, I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs launch their online stores. I've seen a lot of what works and a lot of what doesn't work. So today, I'm going to give you 5 things that you must do when starting your online store. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll have a nice little checklist for yourself. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and click on that bell icon so that way you never miss new content just like this. All right, let's begin. Number 1, be personable. So I broke this category down into some subgroups, and the first one I want to talk about is your About Us page. Now, people more and more these days are looking to support small and local businesses. So your About Us page is really where we as small business owners get to take advantage over the big retail stores. This is your chance to sell your customers on you. Tell them your story. You can use your About Us page to share behind the scenes photos, show them your workspace where you design, your favorite coffee shop you like to go to. You can also use this as an opportunity to tell them about anything that the funds are going to. So profits for this are going to raise money for this, or to pay for my kids this, or I'm giving proceeds to a charity. This is a great opportunity for you to open up and share those things with your customers. The next way you can be personable is with Instagram. Instagram is already built in a way for you to be personable with your customers, with your followers, right? You see that in Instagram stories across the board. So one really great, easy way to be personable is to add your personal handle in the bio of your business. So if someone goes to your store's profile on Instagram, you can put owned by @so-and-so or designed by this person, created by this person. That way, it's like a living About Us page. They can just click on your handle, go directly to your page, and get to see the person behind the brand. They get to see who you are. If they want to support you, if they like you, they're going to be more interested in your store. Now let's open it up and talk about social media in general. Just like your About Us page, I want you to take the time to be very personal. Write a very personal note, sharing the same type of stuff I talked about with the About Us page. Talk about your story, your ideas, what you're doing with it, and I want you to share that on your social media. Post a nice photo of yourself on Instagram, and then the caption, let that be your story, what you're doing. Same thing on Facebook, share that photo, place your story on there, and then link your profiles for your business on there. So if you're on Instagram, tag your business profile on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook, tag your business Facebook page to that post as well. That way when people read your post and your story, if they get excited, they want to support you, they can very easily just click over to the profile and start to follow you. This is a great thing that you can do, especially because your friends and family can now share that post with their friends, and it helps to get the word out more organically, and it helps spread that excitement. Number 2, make sure your site is mobile friendly. Now I know this sounds obvious and like a message from 2008 about needing to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, but you would be surprised how easy it is for people to overlook how their mobile site is performing. I have some stats for you. Shoppers who have negative mobile experience are 62% less likely to purchase from you in the future. According to Shopify, 69% of their merchants' orders came from mobile this past Black Friday, Cyber Monday. 67% of consumers admit to digital window shopping from their phone, and 77% of those make an impulse buy. Having a good mobile site is crucial for your business, and thankfully in today's age, most e-commerce platforms out there have really great themes for their platform. So when you do something on the desktop, it kind of automatically adjusts for your mobile site. You really don't have to worry about it. But if you are like me, I always screw that up. I do it because there's something I want to do that is working outside of the template that then messes up the mobile site. It's usually like a banner. I want my logo to be a certain place. I want this photo to be a certain way. I start messing with the code. I start doing things off the cuff, and it messes it up. So be sure to not be like me. Now, I don't want to speak for everyone, but typically when you're working on your website, you're on a desktop computer, and that's great. So do all your work. Most e-commerce platforms do have an option to toggle back and forth between your mobile site and your desktop site. So just make sure that whatever you change, you're always double checking on the mobile site. You can always pull up your phone as well, go to your website, just check, make sure those changes are working properly. You can always reach out to friends if you know that they have a different type of phone than you, then they can check it out and then make sure that things are also working well. Number 3, start your email list. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you know I love to talk about the importance of your email list. I bring it up all the time. I'm going to let the numbers do the talking for me this time. DMA reports that the return on email marketing is $42 for every $1 spent. And 80% of small and medium-sized businesses still rely on email for retention. So how do you get people to sign up for your mailing list? It's actually pretty simple. One great way to get people to sign up for your mailing list is by offering discounts. People love to sign up for a mailing list so that they get free shipping or a discount on their first order. This is one of the #1 ways to get people to sign up for your mailing list. You've seen this 100 times, but what you can do is you can use your email platform to create a pop-up window that appears with the offer and the form for people to sign up for your mailing list. Now here's a tip for you. You can use Google Analytics or your e-commerce platform Store Insights to see what the average time that people spend on your website is. And then what you do is you set your pop-up to appear just a second or two before that time. What this does is you know that their attention span is running low, so you give them something to grab their attention again before they exit your website. It actually kind of helps with conversions as well because people are staying longer on your site. If they're getting bored and they're about to leave, then there's a pop-up with an incentive. They might stay a little bit longer and now they might use that discount. Another way to have people sign up for your mailing list is by offering free downloads. This is a great thing to do, especially if you can find something that aligns with your store brand and your target audience. Another way to have people sign up for your mailing list is by offering free downloads. Let's say that your customer base has children and they're spending lots of time at home right now. So you can offer free downloads of coloring sheets or activity sheets that they can print off and then now have something to do with their kids. There are lots of fun things that you can do. It is different and it's a great way just to kind of stretch your creative skills and to be able to connect with your audience on a different level. Number 4, test the checkout process and links. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone launch their store only to find out that they did not set up their checkout process correctly and now their customers cannot check out from their store. It's always a smart idea before launching your store to go ahead and place a mock order. Go through the same steps in the process that your customer will have to go through just to make sure that things work. Now it's up to you if you actually want to place the order or not. If you do place the order, just be quick to cancel that order. If you have your store synced over to any print on demand or fulfillment partners, you'll want to go to their site, cancel it there, and then just double check in your e-commerce platform to make sure that that order was canceled and that the funds are being returned. Now doing this is also a great opportunity for you to test out the cancellation process from your customer's vantage point. Use this as a time to read any automated emails that your store might be sending out to them, check the language, make sure it's still on brand, and just see if there's anything there that you can improve on. Now bringing back in our last point, it is important for you to test out the checkout process on both the desktop and the mobile version. You may find out that things are too difficult on your mobile site and you might need to adjust some things. Number 5, create your FAQs. FAQs are another page that's easily forgotten about on your website, but it is one of the most important pages on your entire site. This is where you're going to set your customers' expectations on your policies and your shipping rates and other important information that they might need to know in order to make a purchase from you. Here's a quick list of what I would consider must-haves on your FAQs. I'm leaving them in the description below, so feel free to just copy those and paste. Here's my list. When will my order be shipped? How long will it take for me to receive my order? What are your shipping times? What is your return policy? Where are your products made? These are the most common questions that customers are asking. I do encourage you to take the time and look at some competitors' websites or brands that you really like and aspire to be. Look at their FAQs and see what types of questions they're answering. You might get really great inspiration and ideas of things that you should mention as well. And those are my 5 must-dos when starting your online store. I hope you like this video, and I really hope that it helps break down that to-do list when launching your online store, and it makes you feel like you got this. If you've learned something new today, or maybe you've already completed one of these 5 things, why don't you tell me about it in the comments below.